In the last 2 weeks, 400 new investors have invested at least $5,000 each to gain a 1-for-1 discount and a priority slot between 2001 and 2401, thus providing funding of at least $2 million to keep Aptera funded in the countdown to production, which is scheduled to begin by the end of the year. For that $5,000 investment, they will also gain about 337 shares in Aptera and about 67 shares for each additional $1,000 invested, at the current share price of $14.80. We don't know yet what price the IPO will list at if it happens sometime in 2026, but quite likely it will be higher than $14.80. Of course, there is no guarantee that these shares will increase in value after IPO, but that would be the hope of those investing, including those who purchased shares at $10.50, which was the price during the Accelerator Program. There is a certain logic to how these things work though. If the company succeeds in going to production as planned and revenue starts to flow into the company, the investment world will sit up and take notice, and if there's money to be made, the IPO will be successful, at least initially. I'm not expecting the kind of meteoric rise we saw from Tesla, which is currently sitting at about 251 times its IPO price of $17, if you take into account the 2 stock splits that have occurred over the years. But even a doubling or tripling of the Aptera stock price would bring significant rewards to those investing, and I'd also point out that while it would be an extremely high-risk investment, it has a lot more upside than investing in Tesla at the current post-split stock price of $285. There are some Tesla bulls out there like Cathie Wood who still hope that Tesla can grow to ridiculous prices like maybe 10x its current price, but that's far less likely than a 10x of Aptera. Let's say that Aptera also has an IPO of $17, it would only have to get to $170 to meet that 10x multiple. But even if we are extremely conservative and are only expecting a doubling, I'd be more certain that Aptera could get to $34 a year after IPO than that Tesla could double to $570 in the same space of time. That's because Aptera is a niche manufacturer and doesn't have to maintain the momentum that Tesla has of trying to make 400,000 vehicles every quarter, and even to increase that production level even higher as they initially predicted. All Aptera has to do is make a fraction of that number of vehicles to be successful. Even if Aptera only made 50,000 vehicles in the first year, that would be beyond our current expectation. We are currently only certain of those first 3,000 vehicles, as those are the ones that Aptera absolutely has to make to keep investors in the Accelerator Program and the current priority program happy. Beyond that, it is in Aptera's interest to expand production as quickly as possible in order to increase revenue and make Aptera's presence felt in the automotive world. What I would suggest to everyone watching this video is that you can do your part in giving Aptera a fighting chance by at least giving this video a like and subscribe, and if you have any interest at all in purchasing an Aptera at some point in the future, get yourself a refundable deposit in the form of an Aptera reservation for the discounted fee of $70, which is 30% less than the standard fee of $100. The promo link is in the description box below or on the Aptera Challenge channel homepage.